Welcome back to another video. We got a bunch of crazy clips, as always. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to support the channel, please. Let's get right into it.
In this industry, what you must understand is, when you do sell your soul, you are allowed to live forever. And these people that are called youngins, like I was, had no idea that these people still live. They will prey, haunt, kidnap, anything to stay on top. This is their world. They have nothing but time, is what they believe. The art of exchanging spirits, trading spirits.
And then when they do die, they can move their consciousness from their decaying body, from their body to a new clone of themselves. They can basically they can harness and control and transport the informational bundle that is a soul from one piece of hardware to another, or wetware to another. They know how to do this, and this is why, like, in all the human myths about Apollo and Aphrodite and whatever, Zeus himself, these gods seem like they live forever. They always look the same, and whereas humans are, being born and dying generation after generation, these Nordics these gods always look the same, because first of all, their lifespans are thousands of our years per body, and then also they can move their consciousness into clones of themselves. So yeah, it's exactly as you describe it. It was done a very long time ago. And these are the people who manage us.
I've seen similarities like that between current celebrities and previous ones. There's definitely something to it, because that's just way too many to be a coincidence. And some of them look almost identical. Michael Jackson was kind of funny though.
Check this out. A dumpster company in the Bay Area says a customer never paid, so when crews came to pick it up, they emptied the entire thing right back in the driveway. The messy moment caught on camera. Police were even called. Code enforcement's now investigating, and the tenant could be left dealing with more than just garbage. Dang. They just dropped all that trash.
I feel sorry for the neighbors, man.
Yeah.
Seriously.
They've got their hands full.
At least it doesn't look like food waste, so it probably won't stink much. Well, I still feel bad for the neighbors though. I don't blame the dump truck company. I'd do the same shit if they didn't pay me. Take your shit back. This shit ain't free.
There's water in the bottom of the moat on that side. Oh my god. Oh, Rose! Oh my god.
Look at that. God punishing the sinners. I'm playing. But I hope they got more than just their money back, because that's crazy. How does that even happen? Because the water looks pretty calm. Probably either neglected maintenance or greed and went over capacity of passengers on the boat. You know how those rich people are greedy?
Don't take a picture of it and then lay it on my porch. Yeah, no, G, yeah. Yeah, where's my package? Yeah, where's my package? Don't take a picture of it and then lay it on my porch. Yeah, no, G, yeah. Give me my package. You're on video right now. Give me my package.
No, I'm good because
No. Please don't say no. Give me my package. Put it on it. Put it right there.
All right.
And then walk away.
All right.
How dumb do you gotta be to try to pull some shit like that, knowing that almost every single house has a doorbell camera or some other kind of camera? Especially with that kind of job. You probably see all the Ring doorbells yourself all day long. IQ of a brick, man.
Why aren't you telling all your cardiologists to study how magnesium prevents heart attacks and strokes? Why aren't you doing that? Why aren't you educating people that salt is required to keep your blood pressure normal? In Britain, in 2016, we're publishing a research study on salt that the higher your salt goes up, it has been found in 50 countries. The more salt you eat, the lower your blood pressure comes and lower the risk for heart attacks and strokes. And when they published that study after a 20-year, it was a 450,000 people in 49 countries, largest study ever looking at salt consumption and heart disease risk factors. They found that those people that consume 3 and 4 times the amount the FDA recommends have the best heart outcomes. And when they published that, the American Heart Association threatened them and said, you better retract that study or we're pulling all of our funding to the Lancet.
No way.
And you can still go read the retraction letter right now.
Why? Because it's too profitable to have return in patients than to cure them and have them never come back. We're just worth more to them sick. It's as simple as that.
Scientists just tested kids' shirts from fast fashion stores and found toxic lead in every single one of them. So every single shirt that they tested came back with lead in it, and the red and the yellow ones actually were the worst because of the chemicals that they used to make the bright colors. Some of the companies actually put lead in the dye on purpose because it makes the colors brighter, and it's way cheaper than using the safe option. This isn't just a random study either, because Shein and Temu are already under federal investigation right now for toxic chemicals that were found inside of their kids' clothing. South Korea also just tested their products separately and found lead levels 10 times higher than the legal limit. Hello? They also just tested what would happen whenever a kid would chew on the fabric, because obviously every single parent knows that they would. And even with just a few seconds of a child chewing on the fabric, it would exceed the FDA's daily limit for lead with children.
It's going to build up in the body, and so that level goes up and your risk of a health effect is going to be worse.
The CDC says that there is no safe level of lead within kids, obviously, because it's linked to permanent brain damage and lower IQ. Safe alternatives do exist, they just cost more. So they went with lead instead.
That's crazy, but not that surprising. That's what happens when you buy cheap shit from China. Temu and Shein have some decent stuff. Not much though, but I'd never order anything from them for a child. You just can't trust something that's so cheap. It's cheap for a reason.
Dude, this guy just stole his bike. What? Oh my god. Oh my god. Dude. Oh my god, no.
Just follow him, just follow him. Act like nothing, just follow him.
Oh my god. Dude.
Hold on, I'm gonna knock him off the bike.
No,
Yes.
you're gonna freaking...
I'm gonna just knock him off the bike.
Like electric bike?
Electric bike.
Oh,
That's what you get,
And he just... Oh my god. And he just fell off of it. And my husband is... Oh my god, my husband's getting...
Oh my god, that's just too perfect. If that ain't karma, I don't know what is. Maybe he broke his neck too, and one day some other asshole will steal his wheelchair from him too. That'd be even more satisfying to see. I don't have any pity for scumbags like that.
Alright, peep this. Buddy was in the back seat. They gonna put him in the front seat of the police car. Look. It's a state trooper's SUV they put him in. Look, he cut behind it. He was in the back seat of the truck. He was in the back seat of that truck and they pulled over. He really didn't have nothing really going on. Watch this though. He a country boy on meth. And you gonna put him in the front seat of the cop car like this. Watch, y'all. Look how he looking, y'all. Look, he like, nah. Oh, look at him. Look how he looking. Look at him. Uh-oh, there he go. Uh-oh, let me come up out this shit. They got 3 of them. They got the girl, the dude, that's the dude that was driving. They got 3 of them, look. He said, look, okay, there go the seatbelt. There go the seatbelt. It's a country boy now. On that. Look, uh-oh, there he go. Uh-oh. He got one. Look, he stopped because he watching them. So he stopped. Look at him. Watch. He gonna chill. Look now. He come up out this shit now. Let me come up out this shit. Look at him. He looking too. He out of it. I like, man, I should take this motherfucker, man. I don't feel like going to jail today. Look. He like, I don't feel like going to jail today, cuz. Let me see. Let me see what's going on up here. Let me see. He like, man, look. Uh-oh, there go the arm. Take the finger, look at him. Look, he got out the handcuffs. Look, he squeezed up out them bitches, look. This is after 5 minutes, look. He look, should I get out, run? Look, he waiting for Buddy. Look. Uh-oh. There he go. Look, he off. What you thought he was gonna do? Look, see you. Look. Look, he going in that shit, cuz. Look. He gave him the finger as he took off. Oh, he middle fingered him too, cuz? Oh, man. Look, he outrunning the police in their own shit, cuz. That's him. That's the police chase. He way up there. Look, he outrunning the police in their own shit, cuz. Look at him. Look at this motherfucker, man. 102, 104. Country boys can survive.
Man, you know that state trooper came back to the station with his head down. Getting your cruiser stolen by somebody you already put in cuffs gotta be a step below getting shot by your own. All his boys gonna be making fun of him for months.
A parking space in downtown Los Angeles costs about $25 an hour, meaning that a real person with thoughts and feelings who's capable of suffering, working a minimum wage job, makes less than a parking space.
A meter is nothing. Try the Verrazano Bridge in New York. That shit roughly makes like 62.9K per hour. That's more than about what half the whole US population makes per year. How about that one?
How we doing today? Leaving work with some merchandise?
No. I'm sorry, what is your name?
My name's right here. That's Officer to you.
Okay, can I help you, officer?
Yeah, I was just watching some very interesting video footage from your work.
What are you talking about?
Mind if I search you?
No.
You don't mind if I search you?
No, I don't really want much to do with this, sir. Can I help you?
Empty your pockets right now.
Can I have some sort of warrant? I'm not
Empty
saying, oh my God.
Your pockets.
No.
We all know what you did.
Who was we?
That looks just like the Rolex that was stolen from the nursing home that you work at. Yep. There's the money. Where's the credit cards?
What are you talking about?
Empty your pocket right there. Empty your pocket.
Here. Are you happy? Can I go now?
Absolutely not. Would you care to explain this?
Explain what?
Where did these come from?
Does that matter? We both know where it comes from.
You often steal from your job and where you work?
Whatever. I think I should go. I think I should go.
Turn around. Hands behind your back.
Sir, I'm
Turn
pregnant.
around. Hands behind your back. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. I highly recommend you exercise that right.
I'm going to lose my job.
You already lost your job. We have you on video stealing all of this evidence.
And it's raining?
10:37. Suspect in custody.
Oh my God. This is not for real. Oh my God. Can we please just talk about this? I think this is a bit dramatic to be arrested. What footage? Can I see the footage?
Absolutely. You'll see it in court. Jessica, do you always steal from your employee, from the people that are putting food on your table? You think it's a good idea to steal?
They're not going to miss it. Okay? He's basically.
So it's okay to take his belongings in your head? Where do you come up with this reasoning?
Because I need it.
For what?
My kids.
Drugs?
Can we please
What kind of drugs are you taking?
Does that matter?
Absolutely.
I have children. I told you I'm pregnant.
And you think it's wise to be taking drugs while you're pregnant?
That kind of level of entitlement makes it seem like it's a fake video. And I don't know if it is or not, but that's a unique breed of asshole that I have not seen yet. Imagine stealing from a person that you're supposed to be helping and having an attitude about it when you get caught. I can't even process how someone's mind could work in ways like that.
This is an emergency SOS call from the Netherlands. All hope is lost. Please save us. I'm calling on the international community to do something about the extreme disease that is in charge of the Netherlands. Just tonight, our parliament discussed a new law that will allow two men to donate DNA material to create a joint embryo out of two men, meaning a child born of two men. And will also allow a single person to mate with themselves to produce a self-fertilized egg and then create a child with only one biological parent. This comes after the Netherlands legalized gay marriage, after we had the first gay prime minister, after we invented the Dutch protocol, which is an unscientific, unproven way of castrating a man and then giving him a fake vagina with tissue from out of his ass. I'm not kidding about that. We're allowing euthanasia of children from ages 12 and up, and 16 and 17-year-olds can have themselves euthanized without their parental consent. We are also allowing, under the Groningen protocol, the euthanasia of children up to 1 year old. So if you don't like your child, you can get rid of it after it's been born. Of course, we have abortion up to birth, right? We had the world's first party taking part in our elections. My God, I can't do this anymore. I wasn't born to grow up in this Sodom and Gomorrah of the world. I am of the opinion that this country needs to be vaporized. And I hereby call upon President Donald Trump, on President Putin of Russia, and the Ayatollah of Iran to point your nuclear rockets at this country and blast it to shits. Away with this. This cannot heal without first bombing it to the ground.
Once they start messing with life, that's the beginning of the end. I don't blame them for feeling that way. It sounds pretty satanic to me. Allowing kids to euthanize themselves? Allowing parents to euthanize their children? What kind of demons do they have in government there that they're passing these laws? How do you even rationalize something like that to be passed? This world makes less sense each passing day.
Yo! This kid jumped off! Oh my God! Oh, bye-bye! Oh.
Unfortunately, this was the last time Cameron Robbins was ever seen alive. Just hours earlier, he had been celebrating his graduation with friends on a trip to the Bahamas, surrounded by music, laughter, and the kind of carefree energy that comes with finishing school. Everything about that night felt normal, like a moment he would remember for the rest of his life. Then, in a split second, it all changed. Cameron accepted a dare and climbed over the railing of the boat before jumping into the ocean below. At first, people around him didn't seem too worried, and a life preserver was quickly thrown into the water as others began shouting for him to swim back. But something didn't feel right. Instead of heading toward the buoy, Cameron suddenly started swimming in the opposite direction, as if he had seen something in the water. In the footage, there's a brief moment where something appears to move nearby, but it's impossible to clearly identify what it is. And then he disappeared. The crew immediately launched emergency procedures, and search teams spent hours scanning the ocean, followed by an extensive multi-day search. But Cameron was never found. To this day, no one can say for certain what happened in those final moments, and that uncertainty is what continues to haunt everyone who has seen that video.
He tried to impress girls at his graduation boat party, and now he got turned into shark shit. Can you really feel sorry for someone when they do dumb shit like that? Not really.
I'm very pleased to announce that the first baby clone is born. She was born yesterday at 11:55 a.m. in the country where she was born. So this will not give you more details about the location. She's fine. We call her Eve between us. You knew that, of course. Some suggested it, and I thought it was a good idea, actually. You won't have the right name. And, you know, for a long time, I thought that this press conference will be with the baby, the parents, the scientists, everybody surrounding me, and having pleasure announcing it. I'm alone. And there is a reason to that, is that it hasn't been easy to face the world through this announcement. And we've been discussing with the parents the last 3 months how we would handle today. And they decided not to show up yet. They will. I hope they will. And I wish them well. We started really to work with human eggs in January of this year. So it took us 3 months to finalize, and this is very short, and that's why I said, is it luck or is it hard work? I do believe it's hard work. But we had we had really good success very quickly and refined the technique for human eggs until spring, where we started to have implantation. We had 10 implantations, and 5 of them during the first 3 weeks were terminated spontaneously. 5 others were successful and are still successful. The first one was born yesterday. The next one is due in Europe next week.
So the company that made that claim was Clonate. They never publicly released any DNA test. No independent scientists were allowed to examine the baby, though independent verification was promised, but it never happened. So my assumption is that it was most likely bullshit, because even animal cloning had very low success rate at the time.
At the age of 18, Carl Sagan looked like a teenager. But it doesn't take long in an old high school yearbook to find teenagers who look surprisingly old. These people are all in their 20s, but so are these people. This is Elizabeth Taylor when she was just 17, and here are some high school students from the 70s. Did people used to look older? Brandon McCarthy asked on Twitter, and evidence poured in. People shared photos of their parents in their early 20s, their dad at 21, their mom at 18 or 19, their dad at 45. One user shared their husband at 27 and what his father looked like at 23. And there's pretty much an entire subculture around how old footballers looked decades ago. 24, 31, 33, 29, 27. It's not uncommon to think that there's something more grown up about the way people used to be, to look back and think that people seemed older at a younger age than they do now. Let's call it retrospective aging. It doesn't happen to everyone. People do not and never have aged similarly, and there's even the opposite observation that kids these days grow up too fast. But it's a popular question and subject of numerous memes. So, is it real? Or is it an illusion fueled by cherry-picked examples that feeds rosy nostalgia for a time when people were tough and didn't have it as easy as you kids have it now?
I actually noticed that myself before. Even in those 80s and 90s high school videos on YouTube, all the kids seem older than how the high school kids look today, or even when I was in high school. There's gotta be something to it, because it just seems like the further you go back, the older the people look. Have you guys noticed that too? Let me know in the comments.
In case anyone is curious to how f***ed up the United States medical system is, I just got an estimate for my 9-year-old's tonsil and adenoid surgery in July. Tell me why. Tell me why a 20-minute surgery, that's how long they said it would take, 20-minute surgery, to remove my 9-year-old's tonsils and adenoids is estimated to cost $108,447.46.
Welcome to the US medical industry, where everything is a scam. That is a crazy number though. Well, that's all I got for you today. Please excuse the audio and lighting. I'm not home right now. It should be back to normal pretty soon. But if you like these kind of videos, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. You could also check out the most recent video or the whole playlist. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.